Hey, hey, hey! Welcome, my friends. Anathesa here with more Disco Elysium, where I roleplay an amnesiac alcoholic who can't stop hurting himself. Now let's talk to Kim.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Does that all signify police? I'm guessing. Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
So we don't know each other.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Oh dear. Conceptualization. Invent a name for yourself.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Well, I failed that one. It's so cool. It's very cool, but when I come off like a douche if I call myself that? Very, very cool, but maybe ostentatious? Yeah, a little too much.
No, it's not. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop. Say it.
Alright, you've convinced me.
Yes, well,
He doesn't even process what you just said, he just moves on.
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand.
Alright. Now that succeeded drama. Isn't that one of the ones? No, that's one of the ones I can do.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
We may have talked.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Getting blasted. You mean him? Nod toward the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just spoke with him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Scene?
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
So I actually am here on police business. Yes, the police. I am aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more out of habit than impatience. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I have no idea whether I have or I haven't, so I'm gonna say I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
These answers. Look, man, yeah. I don't like dead bodies. Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
I wanted to, leave the crime scene untouched for when you got here.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't remember anything. Is that or how can you be so sure I'm from the police? Nah, but I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
This is great.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket, so that is. Yeah, I see him right there.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Seems like a smart guy.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Ah, you mean the Rat Squad.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
You said insignia. These white rectangles.
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Do I need a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. No, it's not on me.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
You know, that's pretty fair.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But first, we have to take it down.
What were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Let's roll.
After you, officer.
After me. Look at all those tasks rolling in. I've got a whole party here, and I can't make use of his though.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Take my task, and then it's time to harass him. Report my badge. I wonder what would have happened if I just pretended. So that's why the cafeteria manager was like, oh, now you're a police officer. Because I did nothing for days except get drunk. Does that mean I figured out something and it made me crazy? Or I have a feeling I was already crazy. I wish I could remap the controls. I'm kind of surprised about that one. Let's harass him.
Yes.
I think you should know, I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Even me. But I'm completely lacking even in basic information. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Poor guy, being stuck with me. What should I concentrate on? Dead body? Maybe.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
It's fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Wonder if he's talking from experience.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
What if I wanted to work this case alone?
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
Very fair, my friend.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if you didn't know this?
But what if I need some me time?
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
It might be both. Oh, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours.
Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation.
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking.
That's one of many things it could be.
Is it not?
Exactly. Thanks, electrochemistry, which I kind of wish I could lower. Let's talk about you.
Me?
Yep.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Do you ever talk with
What do
yourself?
you mean?
When you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with your own brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
I like conceptualization. So you're saying your brain never chimes in with advice or warnings or whatever?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Oh, lame. Primitive even.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Oh, thanks, conceptualization.
You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Hell yes. You don't look like other people from around here. Let's go ahead and offend him.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
I'm interested. What's Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
I'm interested.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolary state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You make it sound uninteresting, but I want to know more.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Rêvacholière.
He seems almost proud of these things. Okay, you're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Good! Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
So I guess that's one of the ones where you can like bully people and stuff. I'm glad I didn't get that. I actually have an urge to go back and change my stat spread a little bit. We'll see.
No.
Tell me a secret about yourself. Oh, okay.
The lieutenant nods.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything. I can't remember a single thing. Wait, no. If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh, good. What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Tell me about it. Well, now, is that just a turn of phrase? Let's do this one. Cop off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Are you sure this isn't relevant?
Later.
His
Was
voice,
there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
his voice is unflinching. Literally anything.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing except what you told me.
Do you want me to brief you?
Oh yes. No, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did.
Oh, he's real chill about everything.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Interesting.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Who was the caller?
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, All we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
They hid themselves on purpose. But why?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
That does make a lot of sense. Is our job to find the killer?
That's right.
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was a...
Are you sure there's not a sex angle we should consider?
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rights. We'll get on it immediately.
I think that's sarcasm. Calling it now.
The wary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
It doesn't have to be a cult, it could just be sex murder. Or it doesn't have to be murder, it could just be sex.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation, but we digress.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even.
I'm really warming up to conceptualization.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then hit him with it.
Hell yes. Okay, I actually wanted to come
Would
back
use the
here.
word lynching. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wellpines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
And then it loops back to who is the
To
caller.
find him or her is one. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters.
I
Just to
understand.
be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Got all I need.
Good.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me? Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Yeah, maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I'm done with mating rituals this time around. Oh dear, these answers. I had once, wink twice, but then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Thank you. Stop winking. Tap yourself on the side of the head to correct the malfunction, or do nothing. The neurological damage is permanent. Yeah, let's catch myself.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry.
She smiles gently, paying no heed to the inexplicable winking.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead. Face palms, if you will.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Would you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
A stunned fox. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts. No, we're in the cafeteria. It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
We're in hell. I wish. In Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
The disgraced capital of the world.
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
That's about it.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
A bad year, my 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. That's gonna get a bad response. All I know is we are approaching the end times.
Perhaps, dear. Perhaps. But for now, it's just the spring of 51.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
He's just now realizing how deep in it he is.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We're governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women's. Cops, we're the cop regime. That one's bland. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct.
Extinct, you say?
Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
Yeah. If there's no government, why cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
I think I already had a lore drop on that.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What's the revolution?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
How'd I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
You should have seen me a little less than 2 hours ago.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
You're in for it, my friend.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
You could tell me more.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She gestures to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Aww.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Oh. How would you like to roll with
Whatever
me?
do you mean?
Oh, that's so offensive. You want to be my wheelchair partner in crime? Nah, I'm just gonna... Oh, her eyes lit up. I'm gonna do it. You want to help me rid the backyards of corpses, catch killers?
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Oh, don't get down on yourself.
A partner who'll need you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I forgot I had you. But there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
You seem great. 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Aww.
Perhaps another time.
I'm not gonna ask that one. I should ask that one.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Let's move on. Or I could do... Did you fight in a war? Was it a grenade? No, I'm gonna be nice to her.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
Yeah, be nice to her.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Thank you. Let's see what he's got to say now.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Oh, not me, I see.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
The lieutenant glances into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds tersely. I can't imagine why.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I could double down and go with Detective Raphael, but I like both of the others. The Harbinger of Ruin. No, I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
And that's why that's probably why his assistant left.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Temporarily.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Use in what way?
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
I mean, how many days has she been quit?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Many as in, I think he said 3?
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Unless you hire more help, you're going to. Somebody's gotta.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He turns to me.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right, questions. I got this.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Oh, his face can do what his face does.
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Hey, thanks, Rhetoric. Rhetoric coming in pretty strong there with the assist. Appreciate that. So, let's see. Start and then build up to that. Could it be either of those? Let's ask about the body and then escalate. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
He points to the kitchen behind him. And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Wonder what made that. No follow-up, so why did Sylvie go away?
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, I asked you where. Now I'm asking you why.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Wait. Is it appropriate for the manager to be asking out on his associate there?
Thank you.
The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. It didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Everything has something to do with... Everything has something to do with everything. But no, I can't go with that one. This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist.
What?
That's right. If there's one thing I know about myself is that I'm a total, raging feminist. You heard me. Though I also like, do you have a phallus in your ear? I said I'm a feminist.
Is that so? Mr. Feminist?
He catches the rest of it before it leaves his mouth, probably thinking it's best not to say anything.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Thought cabinet is such a cool idea. Wait, I can pull it up now, can't I? Nope, no, inexplicable feminist agenda, there it is. Authority against men. Something stirs in you, something interdisciplinary. Is it a newly formed reaction to the tyrannical gender roles all around you, or is it something you've always had? One thing is for sure, you're not a mild feminist. Oh no. These are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony. I'm not going to internalize anything right now, though. Cool, let's go right back to the menu. Alright, so, who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
I actually caught that. Before you said they hoisted him up. What do you mean by they?
People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
People? Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Everyone, you say?
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
I mean, aren't they hard-working people? Isn't that the whole point? They're dock workers.
You mean the strike?
Oh, wait.
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Strike with little finger quotation marks. Wait, did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
I might be crazy. I have another question.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
And my question is, that's all.
Let's go.
30 XP!
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
Oh, I don't know you shit. Slip away.
that you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
Oh gosh. Oh, I failed. Look at him though. Oh no, I'm gonna kill her, aren't I? This is how she dies. Oh, those are all good options. The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she?
That's true. Yes. And it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him.
I sure did. Fuck you, asshole.
Watch out!
Oh, she's dead. Nice lady's dead. And on that cliffhanger, I'm gonna leave it, cause I'm all out of time for tonight. If you liked this video, please like this video, or tell me everything wrong with it in the comments below. Not really, I'm fragile. Either way, thanks for watching, and until I see you again, my friends, please take care of yourselves. Bye!